So now, you got people, don't tell me they're smart entrepreneurs. What that got to do with education? What does Rex Tillerson really know about being, as Mary J. Blige might say, Secretary of State? And look at the vicious sexism against Hillary Clinton. We didn't even remark on it. We knew about the racism against Obama. We can't even speak about the sexism against Hillary Clinton. It was so normalized that we didn't even remark on it. She was smart. She had more smartness in her little finger than Mr. Trump possessed in the ever-thinning follicular fidelity of his holding on hair. And then, excuse the ad hominem, but I made an exception. And then, here we are. We got all these white folk and a brother. Let's call that the let's call it the soft bigotry of bro expectations. So now, we've got people who are incompetent for the job to which they are assigned, in charge of the American welfare. The Benjamin Franklin commonweal has now been subverted by the intense metastasization of whiteness gone amok, to be redundant. And now our children are disadvantaged by hucksters and billionaires, a baronocracy, tycoons in charge of what they don't know. And how can the white working class vote for a man who has not only not drained the swamp, but refueled it, filled it up again with some slimy okra and nefarious, scandal-ridden practices? And in the name of, and I want to say to the white working class, this is what I'm saying. Martin Luther King Jr. was in jail in Birmingham, been arrested. The white warden and jailers came to him and said, Dr. King, you're wrong. You're wrong about segregation. You should believe in segregation. We are right. Your demonstrations are wrong. And Dr. King, now let me ask you one thing, my brother. I gave a speech about having a dream. I had a dream. Right now, I don't want to talk to you about that. I want to ask you what you're making in your wages. Then they told him. He was like, hell, y'all should be marching with us. You are just as bad off as Negroes are. King said that you are just in the same economic boat as us. So what makes a white working class person vote against his or her interests? They keep asking black folk why they vote Democrat. Why are white folk voting Republican? Why are white working class people voting for a billionaire? It's not a populist movement. He lost the popular vote by 2.8 million votes. By definition, that's not populist. That's demographic destiny and geographical, right, contingency based upon an electoral college and the construction of American democracy that turns out to be not what you thought it was. You thought one man, one vote, one woman, one vote. Sorry, it ain't really like that. So now, in the midst of this, white brothers and sisters are confronted with the most egregious example, the most flagrant offense of the stereotypical conception of affirmative action, with people getting the hookup for no other reason than they are white. And they say this is the rebellion of the white working class. There's a brown working class. There's a black working class. There is a red and yellow working class. The very people, and I'll end by saying this and connect it to the school thing, the very white liberals who join in with everybody else in a post-mortem of the election. You know what the result is? You know what the lesson is? We should get beyond identity politics. Really? Was that the lesson? Because all politics have identities. If they're yours, you don't see them.